Hello, everyone. It's Brien Lundin here with another of the backstage interviews from the most recent Metals Investor Forum. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with David Suda, the president and CEO of Gold Terra Resources. YGT is the symbol on the on the Venture Exchange, rather. And Gold Terra was in our block for the Metals Investor Forum, and it is an intriguing story. It's a story we've been following in Gold Newsletter for a while of Dave, really a tremendous land position. You know, I always have to look at this twice. 800 square kilometers surrounding one of the most storied and historic mining districts, or encompassing one of the most storied and historic mining districts in history. Set the stage for us here about what Gold Terra is all about.
We're all about making the next high-grade discovery next to a city, effectively in town in Canada, on the doorstep of, as you said, historic past production. It's that simple. It's a really simple story. I changed careers, so to speak, because I hadn't seen an opportunity like this, nor had I been offered one. But, to be offered this opportunity was a no-brainer for me. I mean, it's great jurisdiction, historic production, right next to infrastructure. I think it's sort of the apple of every major gold producing company's eye. And, that land package has shown that there's a lot of smoke. So we're, we think well on our way to finding the fire.
Well, a lot of smoke in the form of, say, 735,000 ounces of resource so far that you've been able to assemble. It's been a bit of a challenge for the company. I know under previous management, you had so many targets and really juicy targets that it was easy to get distracted. And the market didn't help you for a while, but the company has been able to put together a sizable resource. The grades of that resource, even the open pit grades, portions of that resource are incredible. And to tell us a little bit about that. You've got that resource already that backstops the value of the company, yet you're somewhat undervalued, I would think, in terms of where that resource is right now and where it's gone.
We feel we are, but look, that's the nature of the markets. Everybody's waiting to be, everyone wants to join the party, not start the party. We feel like, when this party gets going, it's going to be hard to join. And as you said, focus is a challenge. Access to capital through, tough parts of cycles is challenging. And I think that's where the company's been. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have a path forward. And we really feel that the addition of Gerald Paneton and several board members, with that kind of pedigree, people who have built mines, companies and mines, it's no secret that that Detour was a huge success. And so that kind of vision, that energy, we changed the name of the company from Terra X to Gold Terra. We kept Terra because we wanted to make sure that everybody knows that, we're not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater here. We got 735,000 ounces in a resource with $1,300 gold at the time, was the parameters that we used. Right. Look where we are today. And so we've drilled the deposits that make up that resource over the course of last year with almost 20,000 meters of drilling. And we're going to come out with an update to that resource. And it's always going to be our goal to keep adding ounces, to keep backstopping that valuation. But then, of course, we're squarely focused on drilling the Campbell Shear, which is, was the driver of 5 million ounces of high-grade gold, nearly a half an ounce a ton at the Con mine. We've optioned some ground with Newmont that we're currently drilling on. We announced back last fall towards Christmas that we were going to drill 10,000 meters on this Campbell Shear on this option ground, and that that was fully funded. And as we've already begun that program, and as we're sort of well on our way to getting through it, we managed to secure funding for another 10,000 meters. So following on, whatever success we see there, we're going to continue. So, as we go through this volatility that you talked about, Brien, in the gold price, I think the backdrop for a higher gold price is great. It's the timing that's tricky, but with us, you don't have to worry about the timing because we're funded to keep giving you chances.
Yeah,
Investor, we're going to keep giving you chances.
Big chances too. I mean, let's back up a little bit and put this back into context. I don't want to accidentally understate what you're doing here. You are targeting, but through a property that you JV'd from Newmont, on which and including which there has been already established mineralization for 10 kilometers south of the Con mine, and you JV'd this property, earning into it, and have a major drill program underway, holes completed already, targeting the Campbell Shear. And if you want to talk about an exploration target, that has to be one of the again, legendary targets that you would ever have in junior exploration. You want to target the Campbell Shear. You have hit at least that geology, judging by the logging and the interpretations that you've already put out in the news release and the photos of the core. You're hitting precisely what you were aiming at. Now, assays are not out yet, and we expect those fairly soon, but talk to us a little bit about that target and what you've hit so far as you can see.
Yeah, look, we're always really careful to predict what Mother Nature is going to give us by way of the assay lab. But, we are also extremely excited by the fact that we're onto the structure that we absolutely believe has that potential to deliver. So we're waiting for the assays, and we're excited to get them out to the market because we feel confident that having, hit that rock, we put out a bunch of photos. People can go to our website and navigate to our news releases. You can see that core is the kind of rock that we're looking to hit. Again, management teams have made the mistake in the past of creating too much hype around what they think is going to happen. So we don't do that, but we want to give investors every opportunity through, a cycle, which I believe is going to be a very robust cycle in the gold price and investment in the gold sector. We want to provide chance after chance by drilling into that structure that was so prolific in the past. That's what we're really aiming to do here. And when I think of the money that we just raised to add another 10,000 meters to the already announced program, I think of it for myself as doubling our chances of making that discovery. And I'm a shareholder, and our team are all shareholders, so we want to win, and so we're going to do our damnedest to win.
Well, I think it's important that we put everything into context. You're drilling on one of the best targets you could have. You hit the Campbell Shear, you hit the right rocks, you hit the geology you're aiming for. Grades and mineralization remain to be seen from the assays. We'll see what it comes out at. But you also have the commitment here that if these first couple of holes or a few holes that are reported hit the right rocks but didn't hit the mineralization yet, you're committed there's going to be a lot more drilling on this target to come. And therefore, as you see, you dramatically increase the chances. This is not a one or two holes and forget about it. This is going to be a lot of holes on a fantastic target. And if the gold is there to be found, it's just that much more likely that you're going to find it. Exactly.
Thanks for putting it that way. You summarized it really well. And I think if I just put it into the context of the agreement that we made with Newmont, we've made an agreement with a strong partner that we want to, grow a relationship with to do $3 million worth of drilling, right? So that commitment is there. And a lot of the funding for that is there, if not all of it. So we're going to carry that through, and we feel very confident. Look, this is a huge land package, as you said. I mean, it's a camp size package. We've got 70 kilometers of strike on what is a large Archean greenstone belt break. And, it's similar, compare it, for example, to Timmins. You've got a number of companies that have worked that ground over time to produce a tremendous amount of gold. And here we are, we're trying to do the same thing. And it's relatively underexplored. We're just scratching the surface.
Yes, and a focused, well-funded, comprehensive, and orderly exploration program that's going to give the market a lot of results, beginning very soon on a really fantastic target, and more to come, resource updates, et cetera. So lots of great news ahead. Wonderful time with the market just beginning to wake up again to invest in Gold Terra. David, thank you so much for the update.
Thanks a lot for having me. Appreciate it.